Hey Cryptid Gamers, today we're going to continue with our box openings with a collector booster box of the newest Magic the Gathering set, Outlaws of Thunder Junction. We're going to have 12 packs to open, and from personal experience, these packs were filled backwards, so we'll be pulling the cards from the back just to kind of have everything set up and save the rares towards the end of the pack opening. With that said, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's see if we can crack any of the good breaking news packs. So we have Stop Cold, the Spine Woods Paladin, Razzle Dazzler, Ariette's Lullaby, Return the Favor, the Rambling Possum, because who doesn't want a pet possum that they can saddle up and ride? Map the Frontier, good mana ramp card. And then our first full art land is a mountain. I kind of like what they did with the artwork on these for this set. Our first breaking news card is Tyrant Scorn. I like the artwork that they put on that. And then we have a foil Savage Smash. Our first rare is Another Round. So it's double X, 2 and a white for a sorcery that exiles any number of creatures you control, then return them to the battlefield under their owner's control, then repeat this process X more times. Ooh. All the ETBs. Okay, so one of the Train Panorama full art lands. I know somebody who's looking for that one. Dead Before Sunrise. This is one of the commander cards. Another breaking news card. Reanimate. Good spell on Legacy. Full art foil Dust Animus. And we have a treasure and a meteorite token. So we're going to go ahead and move that pack off to the side here. Keep right on going. Of course, everybody's chasing after the mana drain from this set. Loan Shark. I love this card art. Just gives me the old, like, 90s cartoon Street Shark vibe. Stagecoach Security. Conduit Pylons. Trick Shot. Unfortunate Accident. Nurturing Pixie. I like the little cactus baby. Nimble Brigand. And then we've got a Plains for our full art land. I just really like the way these lands look. I think I like them almost as much as the full art Nyx lands from the Return to Theros that we had. So we've got Hindering Light for our first alternate card. Then a foil Repulse. Roxanne, the Starfall Savant. I know somebody who wants to break out of their comfort zone and add red to a commander just so they can play this character. And then we've got a reprint for Rest in Peace. I like that borderless treatment that I gave it. The Dream Thief's Bandana. So, okay, that's my first time seeing that card. Interesting artwork. Then we have a Siphon Insight. Any spells with flashback are kind of a favorite of mine. Oh, the Wanted Vraska card. That's nice. Let me get a sleeve for that one. We'll go ahead and set that to the side and move on to the next pack. But our token for this one was a Spirit and Mercenary token. I'm really hoping to get one of the full art Loot the Key to Everything. I want to build that as a commander. So we have the Discerning Peddler, Daring Thunder Thief, the Overzealous Muscle, Lonely Arroyo, Emergent Haunting, the Stubborn Burrow Fiend, Badlands Revival, and then a Forest. I think out of all of the full art lands, this one's my favorite just because of the cactus. I like the way they did that. The first alternate card is a Ride Down. Red and a white instant. Destroy target blocking creature. Creatures that were blocked by that creature this combat gain trample until end of turn. We've got a foil Heartless Pillage. 2 and a black for a sorcery. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Then it has Raid. If you attack this turn, create a treasure token. Pillage the Bog. I like that artwork. Let's see. Okay. Territory Forge. 4 and a red for an artifact that when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, exile target artifact or land. And Territory Forge has all activated abilities of the exiled card. I like that one. Kind of looks like a Phyrexian in there, though. Charred Grave Robber. Fell the Mighty. Good old board wipes. And then the last card for this pack is Collective Defiance. 1 and 2 red for a sorcery with Escalate 1. So pay this cost for each mode chosen beyond the first. Choose 1 or more. Target player discards all the cards in their hand, then draws that many cards. Collective Defiance deals 4 damage to target creature, or Collective Defiance deals 3 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. I like that one. And so we have a Mercenary token and a Human Rogue token to end that pack out. So far, though, this has been the best hit in my opinion. I just like the way that artwork looks. We're going to pick up the pace with the commons. We won't be spending as much time talking about them, but I'll still show them on screen. If I happen to come across one that's interesting, I'll make a note of it. Because I like the Golem. I have a Tetson Commander deck, so I think that might actually go and find a home in that deck. Another one of the Forests. Can't get over that artwork. And then for our first card, alternate art is Hypothesizzle. Then our foil is Buried in the Garden. I like that card. I think they did a pretty good job on all of these artworks for the alternate arts in this set. Okay, so a rare land, the Blooming Marsh. Vadmir New Blood, full art. Vampire Rogue. Then we've got Discreet Retreat. A rare enchantment aura for a land. Oh, used to play outlaw spells or activate abilities from outlaw sources. Then we have Electro Dominance. And our last card for this pack is a foil full art memory vessel. 3 and 2 red artifact. Tap it, exile memory vessel. Each player exiles the top 7 cards of their library. Until your next turn, players may play cards they exile this way, and they can't play cards from their hand. Activate only as a sorcery. Our token is a mercenary and a human cleric. Alright, so we are almost halfway done with this box. Gotta love the little Wolverine there. Tarantula. That is a thing of nightmares. Buzzard. Another human rogue. Slick Sequence. So I haven't seen this one. It's a red and a blue instant. It deals 2 damage to any target. If you cast another spell this turn, draw a card. I think that'll find a home in a couple Storm Commander decks. Scalestorm Summoner. Brimstone Roundup. Oh, there we go. There's a swamp. Full art. I do like that artwork, but still not as much as the forests. So our first alternate art card is a Repulse. So we got the foil one of those earlier. Then our foil will be Ride Down, so we got a non-foil of that earlier. Then Geralf the Fleshwright. 2 and a blue for a 2/3 legendary creature, human warlock. Whenever you cast a spell during your turn, other than your first spell that turn, create a 2/2 blue and black zombie rogue creature token. And whenever a zombie enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it for each other zombie that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. I see that going into like a Grimgrin deck. So our first full art card for this one is Archangel of Tithes. I like that artwork. And we Ride at Dawn. I've got a guy looking for this one because it gives legendary creature spells you cast Convoke. And he's been working on his Convoke deck for a couple months now. Alright. Archmage's Charm. 3 blue instant spell. Choose 1 counter target spell. Target player draws 2 cards. Or gain control of target non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. And our last card for this pack is one of the split cards. Crime and Punishment. Okay. Normally I don't like the split cards, but I do like this one. And our token for this is Treasure Elemental. Little angry boar there. Alright, so our 6th pack. So we've got 6 left to go. Here we go. Vengeful Townfolk. The Ankle Biter. Jagged Barrens. Patient Naturalist. Shifting Grift. Requisition Raid. Arid Archway. And another Plains. And then our first alternate card is Humiliate. Black and white sorcery. Our foil is Clear Shot. I like the energy blast weapons. Kind of gives the Wild West set vibe, still a magic feel. Alright, Marchesa, Dealer of Death. Good Grixis commander. Okay, we've got Malcolm the Eyes. It's a blue and a red 2/2 legendary creature Siren Pirate. He has flying and haste, and whenever you cast your second spell each turn, investigate. Even though it's not foil, I'm going to go ahead and sleeve it up, because I think I have somebody looking for that one as well. So the last 2 cards in this pack is Felix 5 Boots. I like this guy. I just wish I had a deck that I could play him in. And our last one is Crime and Punishment non-foil. So now we get to see it in both arts. Oh, wait a minute. So I got another Malcolm the Eyes. 2 in 1 pack. We'll go ahead and just sleeve this one up right away. And our token is a Gnome Mercenary token. I'll be using that artwork for my Tetson deck. I like that guy. Alright, starting our 7th pack now. I'd say we've had some pretty interesting hits so far, but maybe we'll get something good in this one. Going to go through the commons pretty quick. Alright, so they gave us an Angry Chocobo. Okay. Rise of Varmints. Haven't seen this one. 3 and a green to create X 2/1 green varmint creature tokens, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. And then it has plot for 2 and a green. I know somebody who has a token deck that's definitely going to go into. Oh, and our first island. I like that art. They did really good with these full art lands this set. Alright, so we've got Terminal Agony for our first alt art card. We're going to follow it up with a foil Back for More. The Ultimate Showdown downgraded to penultimate. Next card is the Stinger Back Terror, the Scorpion Dragon. For 2 and 2 red, you got a 7/7 flying trample dragon, and it gets -1/-1 for each card in your hand, but it also has plot for 2 and a red. I think that's going to see some play, especially in the standard format. Alright, first alt art, or full art, I'm sorry, the Key to the Vault. It's a legendary artifact equipment. Whenever an equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, look at that many cards from the top of your library. You may exile a non-land card from among them, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost. And it has equip cost for 2 and a blue. I might try and find a home for that just to see if I can do some deck shenanigans with it. Alright, Orochi Soul Reaver, Snake Ninja Rogue. I like that they kind of brought in some cowboys and samurai stuff. Alright, Mind Break Trap. That's a good one. And of course, I'm going to miss some, but I kind of have a good mind on which ones might be sought after. And the last one, Riku of Many Paths. I had somebody asking about this one just today, so we'll go ahead and sleeve it up too. And our token is the Zombie Rogue and the Treasure. I do like that token. I might have to rebuild my Grimgrin deck. It's been a while since I've played zombies. Alright, moving right along. Throw from the Saddle. Figure of Death. Voracious Varmint. Holy Cow. The Gila Courser. Sandstorm Verge. Neutralize the Guards. And another Mountain. Alright, so for our first full art card, or alternate art, is the Tornado. Today's forecast, Thorny. So this should be our foil. A foil Humiliate. The foil treatment looks really good on these cards. Next one is Tai Joaquin, Perfect Shot. Red and a white for a 2/3 human creature, or legendary creature, human mercenary. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to a creature equal to that creature's toughness, draw a card. And then X and tap it. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to a permanent or player this turn, it deals that much damage plus X instead. Okay. That's an interesting creature there. Next card is an extended art, Pillage the Bog. Then we have Cataclysmic Prospecting. X and 2 red for a sorcery. Cataclysmic Prospecting deals X damage to each creature. For each mana from a desert spent to cast the spell, create a tap treasure token. Then you got Decimate. Oh, that's the train in the artwork being blown up. Tragedy strikes. And again, and again, and again. Alright, last card for this pack. The Free Strider Lookout. 2 and a green for a 3/3 with reach. Whenever you commit a crime, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This ability triggers only once each turn. Nice. And then we got a treasure and a construct token. Alright. Keep this train rolling, pun intended. Mourner's Surprise. Drover Grizzly, the Mirage Mesa, Rodeo Pyromancers, Boombox, the Gold Rush, Hollow Marauder, and another Plains. So now we're at our alternate cards. We got a Fling. I bet that's going to look real pretty in foil. Good old Fling. Ah, a foil Tornado. Our next card is, okay, so a foil Free Strider Lookout. Oh, okay, Extended Art Collector's Cage. From the Big Shots, is that what they're called in this set? I can't remember. But it is a 1 and a white artifact with Hideaway 5. Pay 1 and tap it. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you may play the exile card without paying its mana cost. It sounds like Coven to me. Next card is Arcane Heist, borderless. For 2 and 2 blue, it's a sorcery. You may cast target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into their graveyard, exile it instead, and Cipher. Next card is Pariah. Okay, so it's an enchantment that does the exact same thing as Pariah Shield. Go figure. And the last card for this pack is a foil borderless Vadmir New Blood. And our token is a treasure and a blue bird. Three packs left. Still got a chance for that mana drain. Let's see if we can get lucky. So, Quilled Charger, Spring Splasher, the Sterling Supplier, the Soured Springs, Jolene, the Plundering Pugilist. This town ain't big enough. And then the Honest Rutstein. And another Swamp. Alright, first alternate card, Clear Shot. So we had a foil one of those earlier. Then our foil is Fling. Hey, there we go. I do like that. Next card is going to be, okay, so regular art collector's cage. Then we've got Slick Shot Show Off. I know this one's worth a little bit. We've sold a couple of these here recently. Next card is Vihan Goldwaker. So it's a Mardu commander. It's a dwarf warlock. Other outlaws you control have vigilance and haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may have treasures you control become 3/3 construct assassin artifact creatures in addition to their other types until end of turn. That's an interesting creature. So our next card is Bedevil. And our last card for this pack is a foil Primal Might. I like that little plant elemental dude. It looks really vibrant. And then giving us a really cool looking copy token with a treasure token. Last two packs. Let's see. We'll go right through these pretty quickly. Alright, first alt art card is Essence Capture. Good old counter spell. Then we have Heartless Pillage. Again. Next one is Satoru the Infiltrator. So for a blue and a black, it is a 2/3 legendary creature, human ninja rogue. He has menace. And whenever Satoru the Infiltrator and or one or more other non-token creatures enter the battlefield under your control, if none of them were cast or no mana was spent to cast them, draw a card. See a lot of plot shenanigans going on with that. Okay. The Simulacrum Synthesizer. I believe that one is worth a little bit. So we'll go ahead and sleeve it up. Next card is Grey Waters Fixer. 2, a red and a black for a 4/4 creature, Lizard Mercenary. Each outlaw creature card in your graveyard has Encore X, where X is its mana value. Then we've got Imp's Mischief. Rude Rascal Robs Rubes Robes. Okay, so they just want to make flavor text hard to read nowadays. Alright, and the last card for this pack is... So that is a textured mana drain. That is beautiful. Wow. Let's go ahead and sleeve that up. Boy, it's actually my first time seeing a textured foil in person. That's fantastic. Fighting fire with fire ineffective, reports Flammable Wizard. Alright, our token for that pack, Human Warrior and a Treasure. I don't know if we're going to get any better than that, guys. But we're definitely going to open this last pack and see what we get. Alright, last pack magic. Let's see what we get. Desert's Dew, Highway Robbery, Dance of the Tumbleweeds, Festering Gulch, Red Rock Sentinel, Ferocification, Ruthless Lawbringer, and a Forest. Okay, last pack. Craig had the land I like the most, so maybe we'll get lucky. First alternate art card is Back for More. We've seen that one already, so we'll go to the next one. Foil Hindering Light. I like the way that looks. Next is Duelist of the Mind. 1 and a blue for star and 3 creature human advisor. Flying Vigilance. Duelist of the Mind's power is equal to the number of cards you've drawn this turn. Whenever you commit a crime, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Next card is, alright, another one of the train lands. The red and white one, Inspiring Vantage. Crackling Spellslinger. 3 and 2 red for a 2/2 human wizard with flash. When Crackling Spellslinger enters the battlefield, if you cast it, the next instant or sorcery spell you cast this turn has Storm. Alright. Just a couple cards left. Ooh, the Mindslaver. I'm going to sleeve this one just because I know somebody's after it. That is fantastic artwork. Invention heralded as revolutionary. Reviewer gives 1,000,000-star rating. Alright, folks. This is our last card for this pack. Let's see what it is. Oh, we end out on a rare. Siphon Insight, foil. So, we got some pretty good cards in this box. We'll look forward to opening more. I like the way that clue token looks. This is going to become a regular thing for this channel, so we're going to be doing a lot more box openings in the future, so keep your eyes out on that going forward. And as always, thanks for watching, and remember, play weird.